Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to our today's program, Light of Islam. Today our topic is Islam and education. In our studio, we have our respected Professor Dr. Muhammad Omar Farooq from Jagannath University.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. In my left hand side, we have Dr. Ashraf Sharafuddin from International Islamic University of Malaysia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's program is sponsored by Farooq Corporation Limited and powered by Global Fund Management Limited and produced by Wisdom Global Fund Management Limited. In our today's program, we would like to talk about Islam with education. So at first, I would like to ask Dr. Ashraf Sharafuddin about the importance of education for human being in general.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this studio and very important topic we have today to discuss. And also, assalamu alaikum to all of your esteemed audience. And may Allah protect us all and guide us to the best of the knowledge and blessing, inshallah. Okay, the topic of education is very important. When we look from the Quranic perspective, the first ayah that come down to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is about the reading, is about the education. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ba'd a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Iqra bismi rabbikal ladhi khalaq. So this is the first ayah, first verse in the Quran, come down to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is the motto of the Islam, is education. So that's why if you look at from the Islamic perspective and Quranic perspective, this actually kind of the motto of the human being in order to be successful is actually the education. On the other side, also Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Surah Muhammad, say that بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله واستغفر لذنبك. Even before you accept Islam or before you believe in Allah, you have to have education or knowledge about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So which means it's not kind of the acceptable if someone has not enough knowledge about the general knowledge, I mean about, especially when we talk about the religion, about we have to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this from the religion perspective. Of course, from the Sunnah Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we see a lot of hadith Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned. For example, utlubul ilma the meaning of the hadith Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that from the first day until the last day, you have to learn that you have to learn and how you educate yourself. So from the religion perspective, it's very important. It's the first concern. So that's why Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, during the 23rd year of his delivering the message, his life, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was educating his companions in different level. So but from the other aspect of their life, when we look at education, is very important. Why? Because we need kind of the personal development, right? So personal development, what we mean here is skills development. We have to equip ourselves with the skills and with all type of the knowledge that we need in our environment. Perhaps when talk about the knowledge, maybe different from one country to another country. For example, what is the type of education and skills which is needed people in, for example, in Bangladesh may not need in other part of the world. So that's why education is very important in terms of personal development and also economic opportunities. So if you look those countries that living under the line of the poverty, we find out that the level of literacy actually is very high, and the level of the knowledge is very minimum. So that's why actually to develop our economic sector or economic life, we need the knowledge. So part of it also the social awareness. Most of the issues that we face in our societies, it's because of the lack of awareness, because of the lack of the knowledge that we have. Just imagine those families and those couples that facing problem, and at the end of the day they lead to the separation among the families and all that, because of the knowledge, because of the skills of how to debate or how to communicate with his family. So it's because of the lack of knowledge, lack of the awareness, and lack of this kind of the skills of knowledge, that if people in society have enough knowledge, so there will be definitely lack of the social issues. So part of it also empowerment all people sectors in the life, I mean in the society. In order to empower themselves, they need to the knowledge, they need to the awareness, they need to kind of the uplifting themselves to the better life. So that's why the education is very important. So any society wants to develop, right? So even from the government side, so if the government, any government in the world want to enhance or uplift society, so must facilitate the earning or gaining the knowledge for all people in society, in order to help the government to uplift the government and uplift the society to the better life.
Okay, thank you. Now I would like to know about the importance of education for women from our Dr. Professor Muhammad Omar Farooq. Sir, if you please.
Thank you for giving me a floor in this studio. Necessity of education for women is very critical topic, hot topic. You know that Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam emphasizes on the education for men and women, both of the men and women. Why? If you see that in any society, the mother, if mothers are educated, their childs are educated, their society are also educated, their society are concerned. You know that in Roman Empire ruled 700 years Muslims. How it was possible? The investigation, it was found that each and every woman of Roman Empire were Quran Hafiz, 30 para, that is whole Quran was devoured by them, that is that they learned by them, they could recite them without seeing it, but their knowledge, how much knowledge. After that, several times when the mother education fall in a Roman Empire, then the Christians empowered, the Christians captured the Roman Empire. You know that history. Samrat Emperor Napoleon told that, give me a good mother, I will give me a good nation. You could understand. The mother is educated, children are educated. Mother is educated, family is educated, society is educated, village is educated, country is educated. Mother is the first university of a child. The child learns to speak, learns to gossip, learns to talk to other mother. The first language given by the mother. This is the first university. Mother is a university. It's a huge university. You cannot tell that. If you are better educated, your child will be better educated. So there is any alternative of mother education. Today's our society, in many country, if we see that the illiteracy of childs due to their mother's illiteracy of the childs followed by the mother's illiteracy. So illiteracy should be completely from the mother, better educated. If you want to eradicate any types of deviation, any types of discrimination from the society, exploitation society, mother should be educated. That's why women should be educated better. So school, college, university, at everywhere should be taught the women in a good way, in an effective way. So in a country, no country can advance. Women are half of the nation of any country. You cannot develop your country depriving half of the people. That is women. Our country is, if Bangladesh is 18 crore people, there is 9 crore women. How would we expect that the development of the country without educating the women? So better education can reach the country, can develop the country. It cannot only develop the country, it can have the human being, but also develop the economy of a country. Not only but can whole world. A mother knows how to educate her children, how to provide her child with a better education, better teaching, better treatment, better mother shows the first dream of the child. How to build the world. As I told you that the first university, first education house is the mother. Only mother can show the right way. Why the people, why the sons and daughters of our country are erring, going astray? What is the reason? First reason is the mother. Mother is responsible. As the mother have the good education, without having good education, so our young generation are going astray. If mother is correctly learns her education, he or she can direct her child in a better way. She knows how to show good dream to her student. So you know that our country is trying to empower the women. Women, if the government wants to empower women, at first government should educate the women. Without giving proper education, it is not possible the empowerment of the woman. Empowering a woman depends upon the how much education would be, at what level, in what degree, in what quantity of education should be provided. What type of student? Only the Islamic students, Islamic study, only the Islamic education, Islamic teaching, Quranic teaching, Sunnah can provide, Sharia can get the quality education to mothers. That the ethical people, there are huge people on earth, there are huge human beings on earth, but no ethical human being. So the ethical human in case of construction of each other, building up of a ethical nation, ethical human being, mother's role is very important, core important. Mother can first life of education, first life of sense is given by the mother. So women education is very much important for a child to view the world. Mother's vision will define the how long the child will govern the world, how long he will travel to on the earth.
Thank you, sir. So, mother is a woman, and mother is the first institution for any child. So, the importance of education for women is very important in Islam. Now, I would like to ask Dr. Ashraf about the importance of moral education today.
Thank you very much. In fact, when you talk about the moral education, it's very important. It's kind of the soul of the education. So you see, even the moral education, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even mentioned in the Quran in many verses, but the terminology that been used in the Quran, actually yuzakkihim. Yuzakkihim means purify him, or purify the human being. The purification is actually moral part of education. So that's why if we look to if we talk about the education without moral, it kind of you see, for example, I give an example of the shaitan. He was very knowledgeable. His knowledge was more than some malaika. But what happened is, because of the missing the moral part, right? What happened in the end of the day. So the same thing actually. So the moral education is very important, and it will start actually from as Prof. Muhammad Umar mentioned. It's very clear that it starts from the childhood and from the parents. So if the child during his childhood not educated from the moral perspective, there will not respect toward his father or her father, and later on when he go to the school and go to the society, definitely he will not face communicate with people in moral, and then definitely he will be under many pressure and many issues. So that's why if we can summarize it, we can say that the moral education is very important for character building, right? Even when you go to the schools, you have to have the good, for example, character to deal with your classmates. When you go to for example, after graduation to university, when you go to the work, for example, workplace, you have to have good character in order to build a good what do you call the networking and communication with your environment. Then that will help you to increase the sustainability of your life, sustainability of your economically, sustainability in your social life, in everything. So that then you can say that for character building is the moral economy, moral akhlaq or knowledge is very important. So in terms of the building, what we mean by character, honesty, tolerance, and be what do you call loyal to your parents, to your society, and part of it also social harmony. When we look at it from the broader perspective, the moral education is very important, because without the moral education there will be always problem among the society. So for example, if someone for example make any shortages or any kind of the mistakes to you, so if you don't have kind of the moral or tolerance, definitely there will be issues or misunderstanding among society. So that's why even to ensure the harmony among the society, so moral education is very important. For example, the syllabus or in any schools, there is a curriculum studies or what do you call some classes to build the character for students starting from school, in the university. Even when you go to the university, the students need to take some what do you call co-curriculum subjects to build the character, to build the what we call the moral education for themselves. And of course, part of it, if you look at it from the negative side, so it's beside what we need to what do you call ensure that we increasing our moral education, the positive attitude. So in the same time, we need to avoid the negative attitude, which is actually the role of the moral education, help us to avoid the negative attitude that actually result of what do you call immoral education. So then if I conclude it, is that the moral education is very important for individual life first, how to survive, how to live in his or her society. The society, what we mean here is being very close society, which is the family society, how to live it. Even if you don't correct, or the parents not build a good character among the children, there will always problem or misunderstanding among siblings. So you just see the kind of the not having enough moral character. So it will start the issue and problem start in very small society, which is the family. Then just imagine when you go to the bigger society, which is the society at large. So definitely we're going to be in very terrible or face problem to deal with the people. Definitely will not face, will not be able to sustainable in terms of building your life, building your future, building the economic and everything. So that's why the last but not the least is that the moral education is very important, not only from the Sharia perspective or from the religion perspective, but even from the conventional perspective also is very important for uplifting the society to the better in all aspects of the life, including the religion, economic, society, legal and regulation. The last point I want to raise here is also that nowadays it becomes very difficult to continue the kind of the enhancing the moral education for our children, for our society, because of the social media. The social media now, in fact, having very negative impact. Just imagine, maybe the parents try to increase to educate his kids for betterment and moral to educate them morally and all that, but social media without very difficult to manage it. So then now social media actually become kind of the very challenging, if not really controlled by the government and also by authority. Even parents also, it's very difficult to control it because it's out of the hand. So that's how it's actually very important.
Okay, so I want to highlight that even shaitan had also education, but the moral education creates a separation between two types of learning, which is to become a true human being. So the importance of moral education is a lot. So now I would like to ask Dr. Professor Muhammad Omar Farooq about the importance of education for women, for the protection of the woman.
Thank you. Education protects from all types of deprivation. So family is the first area of education for women that can guide the society and their children, even from the earth. So education should be given emphasis for the woman that will save from all types of discrimination. This is ends. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you, our respected guests, for coming in our program, and it was a very good evening with you. And today I would like to end our program by saying that the importance of education is a lot, and Islam also inspires everyone to learn. And the first revolution was Iqra, which is read. Thank you very much.